everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Packers going up against the Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They're going to look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, it just doesn't want to go.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Room here to run. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And now out comes Minnesota. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First down, here's the run with Cook. Dancing away at the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is really be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. He'll look to throw. They find some open field here. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. A tough starting. Now a handoff as they run left side. And now running right through it. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down after a good gain. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Going to give this time to the tailback. Pushes him over. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And this one's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. It's a foot race. 30. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. There's Ryan. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, here's Ryan. He's going to fire, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Ryan. Fighting through pressure. Oh, he's got a little daylight. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
We have so many different terms for third down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this belongs to the Vikings. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And now out comes Minnesota. We pick it up second quarter here as the offense gets ready for the drive. Now Ryan on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. And that'll be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that's incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
Or the mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So we are in the second quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it 1st and 10. They come out here in the I. Here's Ryan. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a handoff looking right. And some room to work. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a handoff as they run left side. Shoves him aside. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. It can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On 3rd and short to give it a tight end. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And the punt team on now as this one sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure. That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. It's a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking on the midfield logo. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. How will this offense respond? Their defense just gave up the touchdown. Now it's their opportunity, 1st and 10. And now the Packers get set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And the play clock's running down. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fletcher. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down. Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeout? And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help. No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 49. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding.
Holding. Offense.
So on the big tight end, holding. Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Ryan, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the... Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a handoff looking right. He's to the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns.
Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel, no one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Packers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.